Hello again, my name's Milton, the channel's called Little Milto, and welcome to the Freak Brothers, these two. Now, to start with, the one we've got to be looking at is this one. It comes in two variants. The other variant comes without the half-inch bit on the end here for putting a socket on. So I'll read out the numbers. GDR 18V 200C, GDRX, which this one is, 18V 200C. Okay then. So finally, in Bosch's infinite wisdom, they've decided to upgrade the power, and it's not much, but it should improve it, especially when you actually look at the speed and you actually look at its impacts per minute. So let's get on with it. Let's have the specifications for this machine here. Okay then. It does 0 to 11,000 RPM in first, which has got 2,300 impacts per minute. Second, it has 2,300 RPM, impacts are 3,400, and in third, which it turns at now, 3,400, and has 4,000 impacts per minute, and has 200 Newton meters of torque. It has a 1/4 inch bit holder, and it has a 1/2 inch socket on the end, which we've already mentioned. It can do M6 and M14 nuts and bolts. It is also Bluetooth, and the length of this here, which is either a friction ring or a hog ring, I'm not quite sure if they are, is 14.7 millimeters long on both of them, because I did measure them up. Now on this one here, this only had 185 or 80 Newton meters of torque, and it spun slower. It was only at 2,800 RPM. I don't know what its beats per minute are. This is just the old school. This was our main impact for about just over a year till we bought the Milwaukee Surge, and then it was just basically, it was retired after that, and we've only used it once or twice since then. So what we'll do is we'll quickly go around some of the differences between these two here. Okay, we start at the front as per usual. As I said, we've got a 1/4 inch chuck and a 1/2 inch chuck in there, which means you put one of these in, and still the same old problem. You put things in here like so, and guess what, you can pull them back out again. It's been one of the problems that this thing suffered from, whereas you can only get certain bits in there. But luckily, with a lot of all the new bits coming out, they are slightly longer, so they are fitting in. So that's good news. Okay then, so we come back to here, which this bit here is now plastic on it, and on this one it was actually rubber. And of course, as we come back here, you've got a little rubber ring around here, which I always think is a good idea. This is a plastic shroud here, but inside there, we can just do this just now, that bit is metal. But on this one, it is plastic all the way. And I found out why, because I was watching AVE when he took the palm impact for a rigid to bits and pieces. He was going on about it there, and he said it's for heat dispersal. So it's plastic all the way, and this has a plastic shroud with a metal bit inside. Okay, let's go back. And as we come back, we get the rubber here. Oh, I forgot to mention, you also get a little label here saying ECE brushless. Is that brushless motor? Yeah, brushless motor. And then they repeat again on the back. I just thought I'd mention that. And they said we've got the rubber. It's quite well sorted. Usual BOSCH rubber, going at DeWalt already. Usual rubber up on top here to help if it falls down. You've got a bit of rubber there at the back, and as we come down round, we've got our forward and reverse switching, which seems very much similar, although nice click, I must admit. And some of the people that like it sitting flush inside, it does that. It's got a better trigger on it than this one, because this one, when you actually move your finger up and down when your finger's flat on it, it actually can change the pitch of it. In other words, the variable speed on the trigger when it was fully depressed, you could actually slow it down. That might have been some of the part of the problem with it. So anyway, coming down, you can see here the sensor at the side here for the actual Bluetooth there, which we're not going to mess with. I do have it, but I've been told don't put it in because I'll just end up making a mess of the whole thing, of me sons. The handle is also a bit chunkier this time, but it's similar to the handle that's on the BOSCH drill anyway, so fine. And of course this one had a smaller handle, which everybody seemed to like. Everybody liked that handle. Maybe they should have carried it on, who knows. Anyway, as we come down on the handle, we come down to the base bit here, which has got the light switch and the speed control, which we will have a look at. And as you pull the trigger, the light stays on, customary 10 seconds. And this time round you don't get one of these things here. You do get a belt clip which will fit later, and you get a bit here where you can actually put your bits in. It actually has 4 hex hole bits on there, so you can get 4 hex bits into it. Cool. And as I said, we've lost the strap this time, and we've also lost the position for putting the actual bit to hold it, the bit holder at the back. Fine. And of course they are on Procore batteries at the moment. And of course I bought bare unit, and when it came in an L box like this. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it because it's way too big. I'm not going to keep it in it, so I've got an L box that I'm not going to use. And as I said, you've got the belt clipped way, and you've got the other bit, and you got some instructions as well, which I have actually had to look at to get the specifications of the impact. Now the light at the bottom down here is actually quite bright. You can actually switch the light on from here without pressing the trigger on the impact, and you can also switch it off, which means it probably won't work now, you see. So you press it on and it'll stay on for 10 seconds, and in the meantime you can see the lights here lighting up to tell you what speed you're in, which are actually a bit brighter than what they were before, so hopefully we can see them outside. So as I've said, if you press it and press it again, it switches it off. Now the light does not come on. Okay, we're just going to leave it off. And over here is your speed control for your impact. Press it and that puts you on the second speed. Press it again, you're on first. Press it again, you go up, and then you back up there again. So simple and straightforward, and these are just soft little rubbery bits now. Okay then. And if we look very carefully, you can see they're practically similar on the motor sizes around here as well. And of course you can see the differences on the handle. And if I don't know if I'll come out on camera, but you can see some of the damage that's been done on this. It does have damage on it. It's not exactly perfect. It actually, the light up here on this one is actually broken. The light still works, but it took a really bad fall. But still survived. Of course, it's BOSCH. What do you expect? Now, of course, the problem was with the old one over here, the old BOSCH. It was a little bit underpowered, you see, when it went into wood. The main problem was actually the diameter of the screws when you were putting them in. The bigger the diameter screw, this thing did suffer. We'd had no problems with it. Everything we threw at it, it actually worked, and it did every single job that it wanted to do. But it seemed to be designed more for steel work than it was woodwork. Now, am I going to say this about this one? No. The way you have a look at this is, if you go on Amazon and have a look at all the new photographs that BOSCH has actually took about these impacts, have a close look at the photographs, what they're actually working in. There is only 2 where they're actually working in wood. And I would say the one with the photograph with this one in it, that was a pre-drilled hole. You can see wood round about it. The other one, this thing's putting a bolt in about this length through a piece of steel into a bit of wood. I think even the most powerful impact in the world would probably struggle doing that, but hey, what? So as I say, go on Amazon, have a look at the promotional photographs that BOSCH has put out now, and I think you'll get the idea of what I'm getting at. Now, the belt clip is reversible left and right, so no problem there. And I'll go away now and I'll put the other bit on, which also, this bit here is also left and right as well, so it goes on either side. There we go, that's on now. And of course what you do is you'd get your hex bits and you'd put them in your little holder like so. You see, you could put long ones in there as well if that's what you want to do, and that's how that works in there. You got enough for 4 in there. And if you look, of course now it is quite a considerable amount, I suppose you could say shorter, although it's not that short. And of course if you put it up against something like this, you can clearly see a big difference. I think you're getting the idea here. Okay then, where's my thing? There it is. Damn. Now, the old model, which is this one, was the BOSCH Professional GDX 18 VEC. Now, the reason for changing, I think, the hex lights and not putting them on this one, I took this impact to bits and pieces and I weighed the hammer action inside it, and found it had similar weight to the DeWalt, but it didn't have the centrifugal force. It was narrower, it was actually smaller. So anyway, when I actually opened it up, I found the wiring for these lights, which was all separate inside, was a nightmare. And that was where the stumbling block was on the assembly. And I said that that is an assembly nightmare on this, because even from new, the wires had been crushed inside it. So I think they just said, do away with it, just put a standard light in, and the standard light at the bottom down there is actually quite light. Also, I will admit, the rubber on the handle in this one is actually quite grippy. It's not a big handle, you can get a good firm grip with it, it's nice, you can reach the trigger, you can reach the forward and reverse, relatively easy, although a bit problem with the thumb there, but yeah, I can do it. So yeah, all round, it's looking good. So I think we should go now to the cellar, and I think we should try, because it's a bit too noisy to try up here, and my neighbour could be on nights. I haven't heard a lot of movement next door, so he could be on nights. So we'll nip off to the cellar and we'll see if this thing's got to live up to expectations. Now, as we've set up for the hardwood test, we'll do that one first. I forgot to add, to insert bits into it, you've got to pull it forward to put it in, and they're both the same on this. I forgot to add that in. Now I'll get set up for this. The screws I'm using are 6 by 180 mil, and this is hardwood here. So as I've said, I'll get set up for it. Okay. Now, what I've done is, I've done the microphone the other way around, so it might sound a bit low, but this won't sound as noisy. Now, we're going the right way? Yeah, we're all going the right way. Okay then, let's get them loaded up. Okay, march, get set, go. And yes, that is how long it took, and the noise is just unbelievable. Ah, my goodness. Do them things going. I am so used to hydraulic impacts now, it is just unbelievable. That noise was just terrible. Next problem, can they actually take the screws back out again? I think I'll move to a bit easier on this one. Well, I have to fall on the floor because that'll be hot. Actually, I forgot to turn the light off on that one. Yeah, it's off now. Well, I'm a bit disappointed. I expected a bit better from this, to be honest. But what do you expect? 15 newtons more. It's got more speed, it's got more beats, and yet it didn't seem to be that much faster at the end of the day. Now, up next, I've decided to go for the noise. We should have put ear defenders on, but, well, hopefully that won't happen. This is a, well, Hitachi triple action. It's now got some new names, like Metabo and another crappy name that I can't remember what it's called here in Britain, so I won't bother with it. When I bought this, this was rated at 105 newtons, but apparently it's, sorry, 205 newtons. Apparently it's 210. I don't know, I give up at times. Anyway, let's see what happens. Difference in weight as well. This is heavy, this is a featherweight. Right, we're in. Are we going in the right direction on each model? Yes, we are. We're in. Okay, I know how to get set. Go. seen it here? It did that. Did it come through anywhere, did it? No, it stayed in there. Went a bit squint actually. I'll take them out one at a time. In fact, I'll turn them off. I'm taking them out one at a time. Okay. Well, it looks like there's some improvements to the BOSCH. It just took on this thing here and it just beat it. So, well, that's good news anyway. Okay, this next test is actually just a straightforward 16mm self-feedback from BOSCH. Okay, just a bit of a speed test to see how it goes. Clear everything. Yeah, come in here, no problem at all. And out. Part of the problem here is the decking. I'm just gonna stick it in this bit here. Nice. BOSCH, when you bring out your hydraulic impact, I'm getting sick and tired of the noise. And where's my thing? There on the floor, as per usual. I hate this table, I really do. So, let's leave you there. This is a 32mm bit by DeWalt, the one I actually over sharpened by mistake on purpose. I did say by mistake on purpose. Okay, I'll just stay about here. Okay. Christ's sake, what a blinking noise these things make. It did struggle towards the end, I have to admit, but quite a few of the others have been struggling. Trust me, decking is a bit harder material than what you think it is. If this had been normal wood, it would have done a bit better. Now, these are just Turbo 2s, 6 by 100mm or 12 gauge by 4 inch. It's just a quick speed test to see how they actually perform, and I'll do the same with the Hitachi as well. Okay, I'm not gonna say. There we go, quick speed test, and that damn thing has fallen on the floor again. Okay, Hitachi versus the BOSCH, or Metabo, or the other stupid British name that they call this Hitachi thing. Okay, go. See? Now, Hitachi won that one because this different. Surprise, surprise. Thought that might happen. So we'll repeat the test because seeing as this was, let's see if it makes a difference if we put the 8 amp Procore battery on this. You got to remember, I admit this is only on a 3 amp battery. Okay, I'll get set up. Okay then. Man, that battery weighs something. Okay, go. Nope. Hitachi won again. Surprise, surprise. Okay then. How controllable is it for little screws? Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Does alright for little screws actually. Oh, well, it was a bit shallow. Yeah, no problem at all. Okay. It's definitely better than the older version. I mean, it definitely has a bit more speed and it definitely has a bit more power. But nothing that you get worked up over. But then again, you must remember something we do forget. they're putting them down that these are actual professional tools. Professional tools work a little bit different. They don't need vast amounts of power and vast amounts of speed, because it's controllability what you're looking for. Because you're trying to do a professional job, if you like, a professional finish. So it means they don't have this. Whereas you take something like the Hitachi, it's an impact just to get on with the job in hand and just do it. It's up to you to actually learn how it's going to work. I mean, as you clearly seen, when it came to the 6 by 100mm screws, it actually beat this. But yet when the big 180mm screw, it was this that actually won. It beat the Hitachi down, because the Hitachi hasn't got that grunt. This has definitely got grunt now. And this just seems to be what Bosch has actually done. They've gave it a bit more grunt on it, so it does seem to be working better. And of course the other thing is, Bosch impacts have never enthused me. I've never got excited about them. But as I've said, the benefits are, this will probably last years and years and years, where some of the others will eventually break and give out. I mean, the 1/4 inch chuck on the end here, I mean, that chances of that ever wearing out or breaking are absolutely slim, because the fact is it's so robust inside. The whole machine definitely feels like it's robust, that it could take a few knocks. Even with the amount of draft coming out through the fan on it, it is pushing a lot of wear, so that means it's definitely got to be robust. But I did notice it did get a bit warm on top. It was warm, but it wasn't overly hot, if you know what I mean. I guess we will find out, because in a few years time you'll hear people either moaning or complaining about it, saying it's underpowered or something like this. But this happens with every single impact you come to. It's a bit underpowered because of somebody else brings out a more powerful, faster impact. This is what it is. It's for professional use and it does work, I must admit, and it definitely is going to keep going for a long time. Now, if you want to see somebody removing wheel nuts with both these, which is quite surprising how much power these do actually have removing wheel nuts. Toolbox, Bosch 18V GDX 1800 Freak 2 versus Bosch 18V EC IDH 182 Freak 1 Impact Driver Lug Nut Face Off. That's what his video is called. And I must admit, I watched it and it was quite surprising how even this one here actually managed to break loose one of the ones that this one just basically just took it off more or less straight away. Well, it's a nice improvement at the end of the day over the old one, I must say. So anyway, my name's Milton, chance called Little Milto. Subscribe if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm always easy going about it. And I'll see you the next time. Bye now.